Okay, so I had a couple people ask, how does the tower interact with the brake line here? They've also asked if I could do a walk around to what it looks like on the bike. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and address the first request, and we're going to see how the tower interacts with the brake line. I will say that if you set the tower low enough, this brake line will hit on this crossbar right here. It's not bad at all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you this position of the fairing, and I'm gonna do two different things. I'm going to bounce the front end to try and load the suspension with the front brake. Then I will get on the bike and I will try and load the suspension that way as well. I was gonna do a riding video and go through the various paces, but the weather here has not been cooperating at all. So here we go. So keep an eye on the brake line and this crossbar right here, the support bar. And this is just going to be trying to load the suspension with the front brake. So let's see if this is getting, okay, ready? Here we go. All right, so that's pretty good. I didn't see it hit at all. You guys may have seen something I didn't. So now I'm gonna go ahead and jump on the bike with my little support here. I'm just gonna bounce on the suspension. Again, put the kickstand up. Now remember, this bike is lowered about 1.5 inches, so that will have a little bit of an effect on the travel of this brake. Okay, before I bust my ass, I think you guys get the point. So there you go. That is that positioning of the fairing. Now, real quick, we're gonna go ahead and lower this down. And this is the problem a lot of people are worried about. All right, so that's loose enough. Let's go ahead. See, like right there, it is already contacting the brake line. If I was running this anywhere comfortably, this is the position I would really want this tower, is in this configuration right here. Okay, so here we go, ready? And that's not even really fully compressing the suspension. So you're gonna get out on the trail and you're probably gonna want it up more, but this gives you an idea of what some of the people's riders' concerns were about the tower. If you're really worried about it, you could always take, this is too small, But you could always take something like this wire loom, put around it, or another type of buffer, as far, maybe black tape. I mean, I don't know, I'm anal, that's why all this is wrapped in the wire, plastic wire loom stuff. If you're worried about that, just, it's tight now, but bring your fairing up a little bit until it's not making that contact. Like I said, I don't really see that being an issue, rubbing on the mini fairing. If you've had issues or problems with something like this, wearing through a brake line, let me know in the comments below. We're gonna go ahead and get this thing moved back to where it first was, and then we're gonna do a little bit of a walk around to show you the profile and how it actually looks on the bike. I'm gonna take a real quick minute to say thank you for watching the channel. The channel has really started to grow in the last few months. We're up almost 17,000 subscribers. We're fluctuating, we're going up and down. Hey, if you could hit that subscribe button, help push us over that 17,000 mark for subscribers. I'd really appreciate it. Anyways, enough bullshitting. Let me get off this thing, get the fairing set up, and I'll get you that view as promised. All right, so to get the fairing, the windscreen, the bracket to clear your brake line, you're gonna have to mount this pretty high, but still, it is not much higher than your mirrors. So there is that. And the nice thing about this mini fairing is 4 bolts and the thing comes right off. And as you noticed, my charging port right here, I use the same connector as I do for my maintainer. So I've got a plug on this and the maintainer plug, so that's where this plugs in. So you just unplug it and you pull the whole thing off. When I'm not running the tower, I've got another charger that bolts down under the bars, does the same thing. It plugs right in. So it takes me literally 5 minutes to swap everything out. So let's get this view going, all right? You see those wheels in the background there? I'm gonna get those put on sometime in the next couple days. Sorry about that, I don't have long enough arms. Please excuse the messy shop. I just got back from an off-moto camp trip. I'm also thinking about doing what my camping loadout is. If you guys would like to see a video on that, hey, let me know and I'll get to work on that as far as what I use, what I take with me. To give you guys a hint, that used to be my sleeping roll. That used to be my sleeping bag. That bag right there alone takes up a 10-liter bag. I'll give you a little spoiler. The sleeping bag I have now is not a sleeping bag. The pillow, the sleeping device, I gotta leave it a secret, you guys gotta watch. The sleeping pad, and I believe I already said my pillow, all fit in a 10-liter bag. That's it. Sleeping bag right there by itself was a 10-liter bag. Let me know if you'd like to see a video like that, but that'll be my next video. How about that? So here's your tower in its all its glory. You can put anything, like I said, you want up here. I've got my quad lock for my phone. I've got a 66i that I can mount up here pretty easy. I mean, you name it, you can do everything with it. Generally, I will put my phone right here if I'm running my tablet. So there's a lot of different things. Like I said, if it's not your thing for certain rides, don't stress, don't sweat it. These 4 bolts right here, these Allen heads, it comes right off. Unplug your electronics and you're set. I've still got the original quad lock bar clamp mount, so all I have to do is move this to there, and boom, I'm rocking and rolling. So real versatile, very well built. There's your Nicecnc mini GPS tower kit installed with the walk around and the front brake line test, whatever you want to call it. So you can make up your mind if this is a good fit for you. I love it. Even with this big gap right here, that's going to allow a little bit of air to hit you. But if you're standing up or sitting down, the raised elevation is going to keep that wind from hitting you and buffering you in the helmet, especially when you're on the open road doing 55, 65 miles an hour going from trail to trail. I just want to say thanks for watching till the end. If you haven't had a chance, hit that subscribe button. Push us over that 17,000 mark. Really appreciate it. And as always, be safe.